Tired of having a laggy or poor quality stream? Seeking the optimal settings for OBS? Well, you're in the right place. G'day. Welcome to Mad About Tutorials. My name's Matt. Now, I realize that there is a ton of videos out there claiming to have the best settings for OBS. Unfortunately, they all seem to miss the same fundamentals, essentially just giving you a copy paste of the settings that work for them with their PC and their internet connection. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to optimize your PC for streaming and then how to calculate the best figures to get your stream looking crisp. Let's get started. Before we jump into OBS, the first thing we're going to do is optimize your PC for streaming. What I need you to do is right click on your desktop and choose display settings. Click on your gaming monitor and then scroll down until you see advanced display. Click on that. Confirm that your resolution is set correctly, but most importantly that your refresh rate is set correctly. You'd be surprised how many times I've seen people with high-end gaming monitors with their computer set by default to 50 Hz. If it's not set correctly, click on this little drop down and then set your refresh rate to the highest to match your monitor. And please let me know in the comments if you're one of those people that were defaulted on 50 Hz. Next, we need to make sure that those settings are reflected correctly in NVIDIA Control Panel or AMD Catalyst if you're that way inclined. So we're going to go to our NVIDIA Control Panel. We're going to expand out Display. And then we're going to click on change resolution and we're just going to confirm that those settings are reflected. If they're not, go and change them here and save. Now, there is a direct relationship between refresh rates and frame rates. Refresh rate is how many times your screen will refresh per second. Frame rate is how many times your game updates per second. It is pointless having a higher frame rate than refresh rate on your monitor. You want them evenly matched. Anything more, all you're doing is wasting crucial processing power in your GPU. Now, while I do understand having 600 frames per second might be a mad flex in your COD lobby, it's not going to help you while you're streaming because streaming does require your GPU to do a lot of processing. We want to save as much as we can for OBS. So we're going to go back to NVIDIA, but this time we're going to go to the NVIDIA app. Now we're going to go to graphics and then we're going to click on global settings. What we want to do is we want to limit our GPU, the maximum FPS while we're gaming. So go ahead and set that to match your refresh rate of your monitor. And go ahead and save that and close that down. The next thing we want to be able to do is limit FPS within games just to make sure that we're covering all angles. Now, some games you can go into your display settings and you can set your maximum FPS there. Other games you need to go into Steam, right click and go properties and you can set it in your launch options. You will need to Google launch options for whatever game it is because for every game this is different, but you want to be able to limit your maximum FPS wherever you can. Next, we're going to run a speed test. This is crucial to be able to understand what your maximum upload speed is. Now, it's best to do these speed tests during peak times, during the times that you wish to stream. Obviously, it's no good running a speed test at 3 AM. No one's using the internet. You're going to get a great upload speed. Make sure you run these at peak times so that you can understand what bandwidth you've got to work with while you're streaming. Next, we're going to use a bitrate calculator. I like to use bitratecalc.com because it's really simple to use. First, we're going to input our upload speed. Then we're going to input our percentage of our upload that we want to dedicate to our stream. Now, if you have got a much lower number, say 15 or 10 megabit per second, you probably want to reduce this down to 50%. Then we're going to put our desired resolution and our desired frames per second. Now we can see straight away, trying to stream at 1080 at 60 frames per second, it's going to require 10,000 kilobit per second. Now I can tell you right now that's not achievable. Stream limit the amount of bitrate you have unless of course you're a partnered stream. Why? On average, they have 95,000 live streams. If everyone's trying to stream at 12,000 kilobit per second, that's over a terabit of bandwidth they require just for streaming. It's not achievable. They're not going to do it. So they generally limit people down. If you're an affiliate streamer, you're probably going to be limited around the 6,000 kilobit. You might be lucky and get 8,000 kilobit, but that's not guaranteed. And if you're not an affiliate stream, you're going to get whatever bandwidth is left. So we need to put in an achievable frame rate and resolution so that our stream can look as crisp as possible. I like to stream at 48 frames per second, and I'll explain why in just a minute. But we can see just by reducing our frame rate to 48, we're sitting within a much more achievable bit rate for streaming on Twitch. You can even go as far as streaming at 30 frames per second, and I can guarantee you, your viewers won't notice the difference. Now, I know what you're thinking. Matt, my viewers will complain if it's anything less than 60 frames per second, but I'll stop you right there. Because did you know that most blockbuster films are shot at 24 frames per second? And I have never once heard anyone walk out of a cinema going, "Oh, the frames were horrible. I could never watch a movie like that again." We don't need high frame rate, particularly on compressed streams through Twitch. Now we can get into OBS. We're going to click on File, then Settings. We're going to skip the top half of the menu. Just for now, we're going to go straight here to video. Our first option we see here is our native resolution. This is the resolution we're gaming at. For me, I game at 1440. The second option here is our output resolution. This is what Twitch is going to see. This is what we're broadcasting at. So obviously, I need to downscale to go from 1440 to 1080. For that, I use the bicubic 16 samples. I find that to be the sweet spot. However, there's only 4 options to choose from. So if you want to do some trial and error on the other options there, by all means, go for it. I will say that when you're downscaling, it's going to put extra pressure on your GPU and CPU. So if you've got an older computer, if you've got a lower end GPU, I'm going to recommend just having it set to the same. So 1080 can cut away the downscaling and it's going to make your computer run that little bit better. I said before that I was going to tell you why it is I stream at 48 FPS. Essentially, this number needs to be your refresh rate or frame rate divided by a whole number to reach a whole number. So 144 divided by 3 is 48. I could divide it by 4 and get 36. I could go one step further and even go down to 24. This is pretty straightforward for most refresh rates. I mean, 100 is pretty simple. You can go 25 or 50. 120, you've got 30, 40, or 60. This gets a little bit trickier when you're at 165. That's going to give you 33 or 55. Now, if we go back to our bitrate calculator, streaming at 1080, 55 frames per second, the bitrate's far too high. 33 is obviously going to give you a lot to play with there. However, if we go back to OBS, we've got drop-down menus here for our resolution. There is a resolution which is 1704 by 960. This was discovered by Twitch streamers years ago, back when we didn't have internet as fast as we do now. We needed to try and achieve better bit rates. So 1704 by 960, 55 frames per second. You can see there 7100 as your bit rate. That's very achievable. You don't have to just use the resolutions that are in the drop-down menu. You can manually type in a resolution. So if you're trying to stream something that's an oddball gaming console, look, you can type in your own numbers that you prefer there. Obviously, your downscaling is going to have to work within that. Now we're going to go up to output. We're going to click up here in output mode. We're going to choose advanced. Up the top here, we got audio tracks. For most of you, you're probably only going to have one audio track. This one here is what your viewers are going to hear while you're live. The second one here, if you tick that box, is going to output a different audio track for your Twitch VOD. This is a great feature. This allows you to stream copyrighted music while you're live, but not save it to your Twitch VOD by setting your Spotify source input to a different audio track. I've got a better video that'll explain that in full, and I'll put a link down below for that. We're going to leave the audio encoder as it is as FFmpeg. Video encoder. Now, don't leave this as X264. That's a software that's going to chew up a lot of resources on your computer. If you've got an NVIDIA graphics card, set it to NVIDIA. If you've got an AMD, set it to AMD. That's pretty straightforward. Our rescale output and our resolution we already discussed. We're going to leave those as we set in the other screen. I like to use constant bitrate. Essentially, that's just going to stream at 1 bitrate the entire time. Some people like to use variable. However, I don't like the ebbs and flows. I prefer that it's going to be constant. If I don't have any frames drop at 6000, then I can leave it as it is. There's going to be no issues. Now, bitrate. We've already looked at this in our bitrate calculator. 6000 is what you're going to get 90% of the time when you're streaming through Twitch, unless, of course, you're partnered. There is rumors that you can get 8000. However, that's only going to be during off-peak times. Twitch partnered streamers are always going to have the priority of bandwidth. So if lots of Twitch partnered streamers are streaming, they're going to get the priority. You're going to get bumped down to 6000. Keyframe, leave that at 2 seconds. Preset, I leave this at slow, which is good quality. You can bump that up if you've got a better PC. I like to leave that at good quality, and that way I can enjoy good gaming and people are going to enjoy a good stream. Tuning, leave that at high quality. Multi-pass mode, 2 passes for resolution. Profile, high. Look ahead, leave that unticked. Visual tuning, leave that ticked. GPU, leave that at 0. Max B frames, leave that at 2. Audio, this is where you can go and set up all your different audio devices. I did say before about streaming Spotify to a different audio track, and this is where you can sort of start to set that up. Now we're going to go to our stream options. Obviously, we're using Twitch, so we're going to set that to Twitch. Server, leave that at auto. You can go and select different servers. So for me, I've got 2 options here in Sydney. The problem there, if I go and set, say I find Sydney 3 to work well one day, the next day that might be flooded, everyone might be on that server. So just leave it at auto and let it automatically choose. Now we can do a stream test. We can tick this little box here, enable bandwidth test mode. What it's going to allow us to do is do a test stream. No one's going to see it, but it's going to test to see what your bandwidth is and to see if you're going to drop frames. If you don't see this box here, either you haven't connected your account or you might need to disconnect and reconnect your account. Now we can go ahead and click apply and OK. Now if we go and hit start stream, it's going to tell us that we have OBS configured in bandwidth test mode. Make sure you've got whatever game it is that you want to stream loaded up. If you're going to be in a multiplayer game, have that loaded up because it's obviously going to put a bit of pressure on your bandwidth, so you're going to get a real test. What you're looking for here is, are you getting any dropped frames? If this is at 0%, that's good. Next, we've got our kilobit per second. I put in there 6,000 kbs and we're getting 6,300. We can see our uptime, we can see our CPU usage, and we can see our FPS. Everything there is looking good. Leave that running for about 5 or 10 minutes and just see if you happen to get any dropped frames. If you found that you were dropping frames, or you weren't achieving your bitrate, or your CPU usage was too high, here's how you're going to fix that. We're going to go down to video. If your CPU usage was high, you're going to get rid of your scaled. You're going to set your base resolution to what your output resolution is. You're just going to have to bite the bullet there or upgrade your PC. We can also look at dropping our FPS using the methods that I showed before, or we're going to go back to our output and we can lower that bitrate a little bit. Maybe we bit off a little more than we could chew. Maybe we need to drop that down a tiny bit. Well, I think that's just about everything you need to get your stream tuned up and get it looking as crisp as possible. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've liked this, give it a thumbs up and share it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.